All right. Hey Ted, how you doing? All right. Just getting started here. Thank you, Ted.
I agree. It is really coming along.
Hey Connor, how you doing, man? We're gonna trim this up a bit and then modify it so it can go on that prop's head. Hey, Manna. Nobody's here. I hear footsteps. What's up?
I found these in my garbage can in my room. And turns out that my brother's old football book.
That's cool.
Take these.
What's up, Scarecrow? How you doing? Hey, Vic, Lizzie, how's everyone doing tonight? Scott Cretan, how you doing? Cretan. All right. So I've got the ice cream cone. It's gonna go on that thing's head, wherever it is, over there, hiding behind that buddy. Hey, Josh. Yeah, last night I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was music playing or if they took us off because we were talking about current events. I don't know, but either way, we're not going to let that happen again. Tonight should be a longer stream because I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'll be here longer than 9 o'clock. So I got to base this out. All right, cool. Yeah, man, I don't know what happened to last night's stream.
We're thinking it was because of that one girl I was talking about.
It could be that. I'm not sure. It could be because we were talking about current events that I'm not going to talk about again for the same reason. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if YouTube is always listening or if there was music playing that would have gotten it taken down. I don't know. But either way, we're not going to let that happen again. So anyway, right now I'm cleaning a needle so that I can use the needle to clean a bottle, so I can use the bottle to base this ice cream cone.
I was about to say clean again. I was about to say, how many things are you going to clean with the same thing?
Everything's got to be clean. Yeah, I need to get some bait because we've got an ant problem. I saw quite a few ants on this countertop. I don't know why, because there's no food in here. So I need to get some bait to take care of that problem. I'll be here till about 12 tonight. So it's gonna be about 3.5 hours that I'll be here tonight. Ted, starting something something new. So where we're at right now, if you've noticed the last 2 days, the titles have been something about like the rush, and today is run. So the goal, I've got this giant list of stuff to do. I'm trying to get as much of it done as quickly as possible. I would like to get it all done. One, because we're quoting 8 weeks, which places us right at the time. It's now June, so if you go 4 weeks, that's the end of June. 8 weeks takes you to the end of July. People need their stuff by August or September, so we need to start catching up on everything so that people have their stuff on time. We're getting new orders every day, so in order for me to keep taking orders, I need to catch up, so that orders can go out quicker, and then I can also start to work on things that I need for my show. I am happy though, we got an order today, actually just a few hours ago. Someone ordered our bodies. They ordered a Pinky, a Bluto, a new body, which will be with our rat mask, and then they also ordered a new body with a mask that I'm going to sculpt, which is one that I've wanted to sculpt for a while. I just haven't had the time to do it, but now it's actually ordered, so I get to sculpt it, so that's good. Okay, so ice cream cone is based. I'm going to take this over, let it dry, and then I need to put a cord on it so that it can go on as a hat. Let's take this over and let this guy dry. And I'm going to work on, so I've got a bound mask I made last night that needs to go on a farmer with overalls that we made last night too. I got to work on the clown. I have no idea. We'll probably have to wait until the top of everything is rearranged in this, so everything gets fixed up. Alright, bound mask. Hey Lizzie. Ethan, how you going? You can send out mine anytime you like. I'll be here on and off tonight. Alright? Take him off. Chris? Yes. I need you to put this on the farmer out there. Please. Right now, on the corner. Hey Tyler, how you doing? I'm going to walk out here for 1 second to update our list. I will be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find one. All right. Hey man, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good. Sure, Josh. You can come up here. I don't care.
Okay. I did another long top. I found an old pair of my brother.
All right. I based the ice cream cone out, so it's drying. I just did it, so.
Yeah, I know. I watched.
Okay.
You did an excellent job painting. Oh, did you get my grocery list from last night?
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd get any of it yet today.
Did not. Today I drove to South Bend to get some building stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a little planner of how to put this thing on? 1 arm at a time. I'll say put the knife in first. So like first this, how to find it here? Yeah. How would you put out a shirt like that? So put on both arms and then slide it over your head.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ramen. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
What's on your list for tonight?
Pouring some more masks and then maybe getting the body together.
Okay. If you have time, there's another bound mask in back that we need to make for the order. The guy who, let me show you. Also,
Is that the one that came back that was too small?
No, that hasn't come back yet, and he also hasn't necessarily mailed about it, so we think he may have been trying to get us free back. Maybe after we say, we'll send you a label, send that one back, we'll send another one. Yeah, it's fine. So this mask is going to be that mask, and then I was going to use the small mask for one of them, sorry, but now we don't want it back, so this order needs to go out. So that mask I'm making right now is going to go out on.
Is that all sort of the same size though?
No. These two bodies plus the clown trick or treater are one order. This is one order. Whatever is here, here, here. Either way, this guy is asking about the shit. This one came back today after I get that done. I work on we also got an order today for more bodies. One Bluto, one Pinky, one body is going to have the rat mask still on there, and then one body is going to have a new mask that's back one. These two. They're going to be big. Right, yeah. Before it was on your list, now it's on AKC back. I trick people into saying that getting information that I want to. Right, so. And then you still got to figure out how to do the full head old man. What is the I think it was one with old pepper man. Yeah, and then that one, I don't know, maybe a clown skull or something. Oh, I don't know, something weird.
Oh, that's that skull that you've been referencing?
Yeah. So, let's see. Trying to making Halloween weapons. I know a couple said they'd be interested in making some. Devin said to tell you that the shrimp choked are on the way. Okay, great. Ted, we do plan to make weapons. It's a different molding process. It's on my list, but like I said, my list has about 100 items on them, and some of those items are whole categories of items, so they'd be multiple items within those. So there's multiple items within those categories. So what happens is, and that's everything ranging from masks to brand new props, like prop things that no one's ever made, brand new kinds of masks, all kinds of stuff that takes prototyping and planning. It ranges to making posters and stuff that we have to create on a laptop in Photoshop. I mean, there's just all kinds of items on it, and weapons are on that list. Now, the reason I'm not in a rush to make them is because there's so many other companies who do, because they take no skill to make. The only skill they take is watching a video and mixing the proper compounds in the proper kind of steps to pour over if you're going to make a wrench, you just need to make sure you have the right material and the proper kind of box to pour over an actual wrench, and then have skill to paint it, and that's it. It doesn't take any sculpting or kind of artistic kind of talent. It's more of like making a cake as opposed to making a sculpture. So many companies have those, so there's not a lot of places to go creatively unless you're going to make things like I did, which I would like to do, where I don't just mold a wrench and then I paint it silver. Maybe I mold a giant 3-foot wrench, or I do a weird like apocalypse kind of wrench or something. So that's the only place to go, because they've made every kind of weapon that is available at a hardware store. Because you can just go and say, what hasn't anyone made? A fucking a weed whacker. I'll mold that, or something along those lines. And so someone has everything. So there's no new territory to go unless I'm going to make something totally brand new. So weapons are on my list just because, like I said, if I make them, people will buy them, but it's not going to be a fire sale because it's an item that people can get many other places in varying qualities. If I make a prop knife, you can get a prop knife for like probably $5 or less at a Halloween store, or $20 for a moderate kind of knife through another company. So yeah. Anyway, where's the rest of those? Yeah, no, so the shrimp, so my birthday was a few weeks ago, something like that. And my great friends, Josh, Chase, and Dalton, decided that a great present for my birthday would be a betta fish. Mm-hmm. So they got me a fish for my birthday. Well, I'm not going to take that home. So that fish now lives here at the haunted house. So we went and we got it a larger tank and props and stuff to go in that tank, and Devin's really taking care of it. I'm feeding it and all that, but she actually went and got a tank. She loves animals of all shapes and sizes, even ones that will hurt her, such as raccoons. So she took it upon herself to go and get a tank and food and rocks and props to put in the tank and stuff like that. And now our one betta has this giant tank, and he's all alone. So we researched what kind of fish can go in a tank with a betta, because we know it can't go with another betta, and there's other kinds of fish that it also can't live with because it'll attack them. So one of them that it can live with is shrimp. So she went and I guess got shrimp today, and the shrimp will also help to keep the tank clean. So
they're algae eaters.
Yeah, so we're making yes, Ted, the updates and promotions are the same as social media. As far as I know, I don't take care of that. I take care of making scary things, and I let the other crew take care of the business side. But the good thing about subscribing to the website as well is that you'll get them in your email. So you don't have to monitor our Facebook page to know when we're having promotions and stuff. You'll just have it right in your email. So if you're like me and you check your email every day, or like me and you check it multiple times a day, then you'll enjoy that. Because I enjoy that.
What time when I'm late? Well, I don't think so.
around. I'm gonna let that dry, throw these away. I will be right back, and I'm gonna be working on the clown man. Actually, I gotta base the farmer, then I'm gonna be working on the clown.
We're children. Look, they're ghost shrimp. 2 of them are pregnant. I brought friends for Red Rocket. Hello. They're ghost shrimp. And 2 of them are pregnant. You see? It has little eggs in it. Say hello, you little waddle guy. Do you guys know that we have a fish? Have we told you? I don't know. I bought them friends. I'm gonna go put them in the tank.
Are they acclimated?
No. They will be.
She did last night. But there you go. Oh, what you use brand? Which brand is that? Yeah, different. It's pretty good. Ow. You should, whenever you use the rubber stain, you should notice the color change.
Let's take this over to dry, and we're gonna work on the farmer.
It looks like you have 2 streaks right here. And I think that will run inside and make a phone call.
Ethan, you asked Noah Johnson. Marissa, we don't really need help tonight. There's nothing really going on, so. Ethan, you kill me with that crocodile stuff. So in the future, for voodoo props and costumes, we would like to make a staff, a voodoo kind of staff. We've got our voodoo box, which has a lot of voodoo props in it. I would like to make a voodoo mask. I've actually got a few of them on my list to make. And then I would also like to make a voodoo tailcoat with all kinds of signs and shit about it. Would it be a part of the voodoo costume too? I mean, it could be. I'm sure once we had a more complete kind of package, we would make something like that. But of course, you can always order it on its own as well. Or add it onto an order, stuff like that. love live stream at all, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, so Fear Farmer head is based. Let's do these hands.
Much information as I thought I knew. I did actually know, and they don't know much better.
Well, I'm going to take care of it in a minute. Scarecrow, I did come up with something really cool today. actually two things really cool today. Not masks and probably not products that I'm going to offer, but they're going to be for our haunt. I have to come up with how I'm going to do it, but when I do, they're going to be really cool to see. Super impressive to see, actually. And then today, for my haunt, I came up with. Have you ever been trying to come up with something for your haunted house and just come to kind of a mental block and then you finally break that block and you come up with something fantastic? Well, that happened to me today, and usually when that happens, it's kind of like a flood. Like I break a wall and then I come up with 100 ideas surrounding that, and everything kind of falls into place. And that's when I do a lot of my kind of best work, and that happened to me today while driving. So I've got it's not a mask, it's not a room or anything. It's just a lore explanation and a marketing idea and plan for direction, but it's pretty fucking epic. I think one of the best traits that you can have as a haunted house marketing person is writing. Great writing and use of words. If you think of the greatest lines from movies, all of those, for the most part, some of them were after improv, but for the most part, all of those came from great writers who have great knowledge and skill using written word to create emotion and convey an effect. So, and I did that today, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I came up with some awesome stuff today. I'll tell you about it off. Because it was on that, or was that? Do you want me to start on that, or?
You can, it's up to you. Or do you want me to work on?
Do you know how to do it? Not really, but I think I can figure it out. You got so many years back, and
Yeah, so there's kind of a specific way to cut it. I only know that because I made one previously, and it's like, the fuck is that? It doesn't even look right. So you want to keep a lot of wrinkles in it and shit. There's one out here you can kind of look at. I just made it, so it's a perfect example. The way it kind of folds, you get sort of the same kind of folds every time. So you fold those back. I usually have these kind of creases here. And it's not super important if they're not there. I'm just telling you what usually happens with the cloth, because the rope and stuff always goes in like the same spots and everything. Eyes and the mouth shapes are important, especially the mouth. It's not a circle, it's an oval, so you almost cut up instead of round.
I can't, I'll wait until there's a track over I have to cut one. I'll let you on that one.
Here.
I'll work on body, because I'm sure I gotta cut metal and all that stuff for there.
All right. All right. So, yesterday, okay, ramen, here's what I'm going to say. If you have real problems that you think you want someone to take care of, talking about it in a stream on YouTube is not the proper place. If you have serious issues, you can message me. I'm a former employee of the Department of Child Services, so I have the contacts that can come into that. So right now on here is not the place to talk about this with essentially strangers. If you really need help, you can message me. I will take the proper route to get you the aid that you need, and we can go from there. But I would appreciate it if that conversation would be held between you and I privately and not on the stream. This stream is about making monsters and scary masks and stuff, not about that. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Right there.
Sorry, I scared myself. I'm coming crazy fast. I'm putting up this filter for your kids.
You don't have to be sorry. I'm just telling you, if you have an issue, message me and we'll take care of it. Because no one on here is going to be able to help you other than me. So they don't live in Indiana or Northwest Indiana. So I don't see messages from Ted. So I'm not ignoring him. They're just not showing up on here. Hey, Mr. Joyner, I'm doing well.
Hey, Justin.
What's up?
The bound Santa with sand. Is that still the body with the sand as is, or
Yeah.
is that the one where it gets tied to the Christmas tree?
It's going to be both.
Okay.
So we're going to tie it to a Christmas tree, but he wants to have a stand in it. So it's going to be both.
So it's gonna be Santa with a tree strapped to his back.
Hey, we don't ask questions. We just make the props.
Maybe we should start asking those questions.
Nope. Yeah, Ted. So I saw those last ones. I saw that you said, the last thing I saw was you said, the clothing on your website grew a lot the last month. Do you have a separate team creating clothing for you guys? Then stuff was never mentioned. Yeah. So we've got another crew that works at the office. They're working on sewing stuff and prepping everything to come here. This is the place where we make it look scary. That's the place where they actually make the item. So all the straight jackets and Christmas costumes and everything that we make, the hard work happens there. The creative work happens here with all our painting, distressing and burning things, adding blood, adding snot and gore and vomit, whatever else you want. So, yeah, there is another crew. They're just not on the stream because they're not here. They're working hard elsewhere. I'm going to lay this down. Yes, this is the ice cream man. Thank you. Hey, do you know what happened to that other like long table, kind of like that one?
Nope.
No idea.
I wish I knew. Here you go. I'm not even sure what room it might have gone to.
Yes, this is the ice cream man. So I'm gonna lean this guy over so that I can paint his nose, hit all the right angles. Take you guys over here. So let's see what I'm doing. Alright, so now our ice cream man has a cherry nose. And that will get a stem on it. Looking very cool. Now I need to slick this hair back. Because we're looking for slick back hair look. Oh, cat. Let me get my clear coat. Because this thing is ready to clear coat the hair and the face. I did a pretty good job on these eyes. This was another pair that I painted instead of just gluing in eyes. I really like this. I'm very confident with my skills at painting eyes now. So I was not previously, and now I am. I'm happy that is a skill that I've acquired. It's a very good thing.
here.
Justin, I'll finish getting all the laps out.
Yes, please. All right, now that is a handsome slick back hair. Yes, Amanda, the sideburns are great. Yes, he had a root canal. He's got some serious mouth rot happening. The hat is going to be removable for shipping purposes. Also to make sure that it would be really hard to put the hair on and then to adhere a latex hat on top of it. So the best way, since it's supposed to be a hat anyway, I'm going to just run an elastic cord and put it on like a party hat. It'll look real good. So here's our man. His nice slicked back hair. The hat is drying. The nose is dry. So I need to put the stem in there and paint that. And then we can crystal clear the face. And the guy's done. Except for the hat. The hat's still coming. And the guy's not done because we're waiting on armbands for this area of his arm. And he also needs gloves on his hands. Then it'll be done. So that stuff's coming. Hey, I just found my way. Are you sleeping from Hey, I just found my way. Sure it would. The pants are white and red as well to match the top. Take these gloves off. Got more dexterity in my hands. Just need to move them. Thank you, Kevin. I try to do a great job on everything. You guys are paying me to make cool products, so cool products is what I provide. want to thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate that very much. You guys are the best. Ice cream pie is sure clumsy. Maraschino cherry juice all over them. Nice. Did you get black coveralls done yet? You were working on it? I did not. They are, so that's like a new product. We're not in a rush to work on new products right now because I've got so many other products to do. Eventually when I have some hands here that are capable with an airbrush, I'll have someone work on that. Realistically, I need Devin to work on that, but she's got a lot of her own work to do. So she is currently preoccupied. So I'm going to get a lighter. Touch this up a little bit. Tips and tricks. Lighter. Thread. I'm just going to touch the end of that thread and flush that up with a knot. And touch the end of that thread so that it won't fray. It also makes it look more like the knot of a cherry.
Now we have a filter, the most premium filter that I could buy, a heater so he stays warm, and 3 little shrimpy friends.
Yes, I could make a custom werewolf mask, no problem.
I'm gonna do this. I'm back.
Metal push pin if I ordered them. HP metal push pin. What do you mean a metal push pin?
Isn't that what you do in your vest? Little pin?
I think so. I'm not sure.
If you guys have had any comments that have not been answered, I'm going to be moderating now. Sorry it's been taking so long. I am making sure that Red Rocket has a good home.
Pretty well. I do want to talk to you for a minute.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to paint the stem. What's up?
So if you guys need to ask anything and you're afraid it's not getting answered, you can ask it now and I will answer it for you. Is this a good angle? Is this my good side?
Alright, and the stem is painted. I'm going to let that dry. I will be right back. Like enamel pins, like the ones that go on vest, hats, and stuff. Yes, we can, but they are expensive. What's up, man? Alright. So I'll be right back. I'm going to zoom in on this for you so you could have a creepy face watching you. Keep an eye on you guys to make sure you're not acting up while I'm gone. So there you go. Have fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't come over here, baby.
Ooh, but what the fuck? You need to take it away. Like, not here.
Hey, I ain't touching you.
Is it gone?
all like eggs and mashed up in the CDR. Where's Omega Six? I don't know. You went somewhere. I got his camera.
Is the cloth morning?
Yeah, I have a very good
You like the little workspace that I made?
There are crystal fly paper. I want to do two of them. I want one to hang somewhere over there, and one to hang somewhere over here. Preemptively. So that before we get fruit flies, because I just saw something flying over a stilt right there, and I want to take care of that before it's a real problem. So I think there's one hanging right over here. It should also have a hat, right? So why don't you take this one? Tell it this one.
Fell off.
I want to tell you, you need to bring a thermal for a silent meat. And then take the thermal from there, from the bottom. It's not like big deal, just go way on hand. And then there's quite a few cloud jumpsuits over there.
Yeah, I know.
Go over here, just real quick.
We're not to them yet. Once we get to them, I'll knock them out. I'd like to get other people's stuff.
A few people were asking about this. I'm basically waiting, like waiting what you're doing. We're gonna do it in the same way as we did it. I don't think Brad is gonna show up on this.
I think I'm ready. Yeah, they're just too light.
That's what I'm saying, we have to put some kind of thing.
Right, but we're not doing the. I just don't think it'll look right.
This is waiting in there.
Should I do this right?
Yeah, let's just call it something else.
This is hard on the lid.
This?
Yeah.
This is part of it.
Yeah.
This I'm waiting for you.
But she said it won't be immediately done. She got it right too, and it's finished. So I'm gonna take my time.
You an impact driver somewhere?
There's one in the office. North of that. That's all. I don't know if it's charged or whatever, but it's there. Also, Do you have a quick change red over there?
Yes.
That's pink. Yes, pink.
It dries red.
I put on that hat and I let it dry and it's pink.
You put black in it.
Well, I'm just telling you. I went over it with house paint with a brush because it was just
Okay.
straight paint.
Can do this. To mix it. But
I mean, I don't need it right now. I just wanted to.
I've got like 3 different kinds of red over here
Okay.
in craft paint.
Okay.
So Santa red, true red, true red, true red, cherry red, Santa red, and Santa red. So I've got 3 different kinds of red over here
Okay.
in craft paint. So
Okay. Ethan said, did you see where he said like an enamel pin?
yeah, and I said like yes, we can make them.
And then he said, how much do you think that they would
But
cost?
they're expensive.
Like
See,
an
the
S-
problem is, that's not a question for me, that's going to be a question for Shannon.
Yeah.
Like, we know how to make them. The problem is, if you're buying one, but it's going to cost us hundreds of dollars because you can't just buy one. And they're expensive. That's why, like, when you buy those, they cost you, like, I can tell you when I can buy, and actually I'm waiting on more from Trick or Treat Studios. I can buy the Halloween ones, all like scary movie stuff, from Trick or Treat at wholesale price of $18 a piece, and that's a wholesale price. Which is why you end up paying like $30 a piece for a pin. So. Huh? I said, what are you working on? Are you off tomorrow? Whatever it is, we're good. Tomorrow's
What? Did I scare you? Am I scary?
Xbox Day was 2 months ago. You're out of Xbox days.
I didn't get no Xbox 2 months ago.
Yeah, you did. When's your airsoft thing?
August 1st.
Scarecrow said, good grief, how big are these pins, lol?
Not really big. I mean, your average size Halloween pin. Yeah, they cost us like $18 a piece. That's why they cost you like $25 to $30. But I mean, they're quality, but at the same time, they're just expensive.
Ethan said, I need them for a costume, and I'm looking at all these font companies who have them.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any right now. We do have pins for a haunted house. They're not like nice enamel ones. It's more of like a round kind of like a button. So
Is it power strip?
Scarecrow said, I saw a bat in the cave and realized it was your nose. Hey, Dad.
What?
Assess other problems with that power strip.
It's not plugged into the wall. The power strip's not working because it's not plugged into the wall. I'm very tired. I am on like 2 hours of sleep.
Earlier, it was 3 hours of sleep. How'd you lose an hour?
Okay, in my head I saw the number 3 and then I said the word 2. 3 hours of sleep.
Hey, you should not plug that fan into the power strip. You're gonna short it out.
Well, it was the only thing that was plugged into the power strip.
Okay, so this needs to be hit with clear coat. Can you hit that with clear coat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to get Josh something to do.
What would you do if I just threw an entire can of clear coat
I'd be very upset.
at that head?
I've been working on that thing for like 2 weeks.
You said hit it with clear coat. Was it a bat in a cave or was it my nose ring? I'm very tired. Obviously, by the Louis Vuitton bags underneath my eyes. What am I doing? Clear coat. There we go. I have a fun Want to see how you're supposed to clear coat? Like that. There's a function to it. Bueno. Muy bien. Since he's gone, you guys can watch me. Yay. I am not that. That's done. I'm making the mask for this. Box surgeon. Oh, your charger's not working still? Oh, wait! The power strip wasn't plugged into the wall on the power strip that I was using earlier, too? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I was trying to use Shannon's charger at the house and it wasn't working. And I guess that was also not plugged into the wall. I'm tired, okay? I have 2 masks to paint. This one goes with him. And then this one in order, but it's
I need to turn her clacker a little bit.
clacker, medium clacker.
Medium safety glasses.
Medium what?
I need a pair of medium safety glasses.
Medium safety glasses. Better get some sleep. Maybe. Probably not. We have a lot to get done. It's okay. Clearly, I am an infinite ball of energy. So, theoretically, with the correct amount of sugar and caffeine, I can go. It's like the Energizer Buddy. It just doesn't end. I mean, I might become... What's the opposite of lucid? I might become a vegetable and just be on autopilot and just start saying, like, super crazy shit, but that's kind of what I do. Anyways, so, here we are. That's not how that goes.
Is that wet stuff?
I don't run on caffeine. Caffeine is a very rare excursion for me. I don't know if that word makes sense in that sense. But caffeine is like a last minute, I need to get shit done, and I'm actually like falling asleep. Devin plus caffeine is not good.
Did Devin clear coat this face?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know what you keep doing with clear coat, but everyone's like, she clear coated it. I'm like, it doesn't even look like she touched it with clear coat. Because they said you clear coated that
Look, Jacob's
fucking
here.
mask.
Hi, Jacob.
They said you clear coated the carb mask
You
last
said.
night, and it did not look changed. So I had to re-clear coat that mask. Where's the clear coat? There's not enough clear coat on his
I'm
face.
sorry.
I'm not blaming you.
saw me
I'm
put it
just
on.
telling you. I'm just telling.
I put it back on the shelf.
I trust you because I can smell it.
I don't know how I'm not doing it enough, because I'm doing a good amount. Maybe it was my flare. He doesn't like my flare.
See how it looks like
Holy
super
shit,
wet?
you're doing it so heavy.
Yeah, it needs to look glossy.
I'm
How good that paint job was.
I'm clearly struggling. I'm glad that all 9 of you can sit there and watch me struggle to put a mask on the head for him.
See, now you see why I'm like, you didn't even clear coat that product. See the massive difference?
Yeah, but
That's
that's,
what we're looking
so much. I don't like that.
You don't like anything that's so much. You
Yeah.
say the same thing when we're having you squirt rooms. You're like, you're done. I'm like, did you even start?
That's so weird because I'm so much,
You literally get stressed out when I'm like, you need to squirt more. I see you physically go, "Ah," and make that noise too.
It's gonna be loud. Jacob's grinding. He's making his soccer gloves.
He's grinding. Hips don't lie.
Baby, like this is perfecto. You guys can see my tattoo. Hi, Franklin.
My asshole.
What? My asshole is real sore. Baby, stop giving me anal.
Did I tell you that I want to hang this up, but write monster on it?
Just cross it out.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Who drinks this? No one drinks this. We're going to cross it out and write monster on this.
I'll paint it green. What did Mana say?
What?
Mana said maybe you should have thrown the can at it. I agree. Throw the whole can.
So, off camera, I still need to tell you about my idea.
Yeah, when I was getting fucking bombarded by horses and you were just continuously telling me information and I was like, dude, I'm getting murdered by ponies. He did not care. He calls me at like the most inconvenient times. It's not his fault. Community standards. Your mom tells me that I'm not allowed to cuss anymore on the stream. She said you either. She said because YouTube doesn't like cussing. I clear coated his hands. Yeah, I did.
Look how pretty his fingers are.
No, because we cuss on every single one of our videos.
We use what?
He asked if the cursing was why the stream was taken down, and I said no because we have been cursing
Also,
on.
PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers, and he cusses in every video. And he makes millions of dollars every year.
Yeah, Max Moko's Australian, and he says cunt nonstop, and he makes money. Not really because YouTube's weird.
Jeffree Star says bitch a lot.
Oh, that hurts my head, dude.
What else is
Nothing, but if I get a headache, I'm gonna be going home soon. So we need to like find a way to fan.
You can plug the fan in. Plug it in over there. This done?
Yep, and I'm matching it to this. Can you plug it in for me? So I can paint this? Because if I plug it in...
I suppose.
Me personally, being a fucking melt metal and fucking steel.
My lungs are really sensitive.
And everything, big slabs of fucking metal and then we become steel manufacturers. Fuck it.
Yeah, I figure at the very least we could scrap that metal.
There's no reason.
Why?
Waste of time.
It might pay for it.
Not really. You get like, it's like $50 for a ton of metal. 2,000 pounds of metal.
So save all of it.
We're not gonna get 2,000. I took all the track out of the entire large room there. Well, not all of it because like some stuff though, but all that giant pile of track that I knocked down, I was like, we're gonna scrap this. We're gonna get some money. You know how much I got? $17.
That's still better than
For cutting my fucking hands apart, loading it on a trailer, driving to fucking Valpo to the scrapyard, and dropping it off. I got $17.
already in a little container.
It took me fucking hours and hours.
Hey, the money fucking
That little
adds up.
container might give you $2 in your room.
You're spending more money in gas to get it there than you're gonna get. This guy's scary now, right?
Ted said, what did I Scarecrow said you missed 6 minutes of Devin. LOL. Brett, prices are down.
Exactly, the economy's
Tell
down.
that man up, but thank you.
This is definitely serious.
He finished
This
ice
is like
cream.
a super fucked up Ronald McDonald. Ronald McFuck your
It's gonna
bitch.
look really good with black
Why?
hair.
I don't think I'm adding it.
So you were adding black stripes to it.
I was planning to, but we don't have it. Yeah, I guess we can wait.
Isn't that what he wanted or no?
You didn't ask for it, you didn't specify. I mean, it has to wait till unstocks anyway. So,
I was just about to ask
Not
you,
a rush.
what are you gonna do to keep Santa?
I remember I did something the other body. I think what I did was I had him put latex on it and then pinned it, let it dry, and then took the pins out. Yeah, we will.
Ethan said, honestly, teeth might be the best thing a person can add to a costume. That's just me. These are cool. Again, guys, sorry it's so loud. It won't be loud for too much longer. I like how he turned the camera around so that you guys can see him spray it clear and then he leaves. It's great. Ooh, I can zoom in so you guys can... Wait. Oh, you're so close. Oh no, the fan's just blowing the paint everywhere. This is not good. Okay. One more.
Over here. I'm gonna trim that for you.
I don't even know why I took the time to put this on the head bust because I've just taken it off immediately to paint the strap. It's zoomed in, so make sure you zoom out before it's turning it.
I'm not gonna turn
You need a
it.
strap?
I'm gonna trim it and I'm gonna give it back to you.
Okay.
You're my strap man. I'm the strap man.
Strap man, come together with your strap. Strap on me.
I did get that quarter mat done or strap.
Strappy, strappy, strap, 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 strap me. My hair's getting so long. Fuck off. No. I'm gonna be on my fucking deathbed. And Justin's gonna be by my side, because I'm gonna die before Justin, because Justin's not gonna die, obviously. And I'm gonna be in bed, my last breath, and he's gonna go, did you change your hair? And I'm gonna go, I fucking hate you, and then die. That's gonna be my last words, is I fucking hate you.
But then I'm gonna say, Devin, you open in 3 months. And she ain't come back away. Here at Haunted Hills, we always open in 3 months. It's kind of true.
What do you mean?
We always open between 1 and 3 months. Think about it. October, we close. We open in a month for Christmas. Christmas, we close. We open in a month for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, we close. We open in fucking 3 weeks for Transworld. Transworld, we close. We open in 2 months, 3 months for Clown Haunt. Clown Haunt closes. We open in 3 months for October. So we're always opening in 3 months or 1 month.
Doesn't end. We're always open.
Welcome to greatness.
It's way too stupid now. Monkey underpants. I forgot about that. Wait, because it's a big bag of. Oh, weird. I thought you said weed. It's a big bag of weird. I like that better.
Big bag of wiener.
What?
Big old bag of wiener.
Ethan said Devin will haunt Justin in the building and try to scare him, and Justin will say, "New ghost haircut? New ghost hair? Did you change your ghost hair?"
And then I'll just hear operatic, fucking ghostly, fuck you. Fuck you!
That's gonna be my haunt flip.
You come over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you come over here? Yeah. My ghostly haunting is every time he turns on music, I'm gonna change it to the Christmas station.
Yeah,
And then-
that sucks.
And then he'll kill himself from hearing Christmas music nonstop, and then we'll haunt together.
You better hate, or you better stop, or I'm gonna start wishing very, not mean, but just very uncomfortable things on you. Ask Jago, I'm pretty good at it. For example, I hope that for the rest of your life, your bed is either too hot or too cold, but never just right.
I hope also your showers are either too hot or too cold.
I hope
See,
your
joke's on you, because I like super cold and super hot showers.
no, just too hot or too cold, but never comfortable.
Thanks.
I hope that your feet are always just slightly too damp to put on your socks.
What is this from? Dude, look at my
Not
leg.
from anything, I'm making it up. I hope that anytime you pick up a piece of paper, you get a paper cut in between the webbing of your fingers.
I hope whenever you pop, it's just a little too watered down.
I hope that every time you eat a slice of pizza, your first bite takes all the cheese off. I hope that every time you wake up and check your alarm and you think you're early and you can go back to sleep, you're actually 3 minutes late.
I hope every time I open a Slim Jim, it's just a little too forcefully where it pops out and lands on the floor.
No, you did that wrong. It's where you open a Slim Jim and it does that weird thing where it doesn't quite open right, and then you have to like try to eat the end off, but it's invincible.
Yeah. That's scary.
High five. Why are we throwing this away?
I don't know, because Stefan wanted to throw it away and we can do better things or get a better blow-up doll, and that looks like Hillary Clinton. I hope that your farts are
Has he
forever
been doing
just
this the
slightly
whole
too
time
wet
I've been
for your
gone?
comfort.
I hope every time you feel like you have to fart, you can never fart.
I hope that every time you wipe your ass, it's never completely clean.
I hope every time you wipe your ass, you just have that one little itch about an hour later.
I just
hope
want you guys
every
to know
time
that
you
this is
sit-
literally my life.
I hope every time you sit
Like, it
on
doesn't
the
end
toilet,
here.
even if you've checked
Like,
it,
we go back to
it's
our house,
still wet and you don't know
and
what
it
the
doesn't
liquid is.
I
end
hope every time you take your shit,
ever.
a little bit of water splatters on my balls.
That's good.
So you guys wonder like why I'm so intense all the time and stressed out. A, B.
A. B. Numero uno.
Natasha.
Mexico.
LA. Mexico.
Natasha just bought the
Balls.
4 bodies.
Thanks,
Lord
Natasha.
balls.
She's not on the chat, but
Thanks,
Natasha.
chat.
What? How do you even-
I had an active chat for all my Twitch streamers out there.
Brandon's probably the only one that would be in chat that would even understand that.
Are you ready?
He literally asks me if I'm ready to go as I'm pouring more paint into my paint bottle to start
I
spraying.
hope that every time you cut your fingernails, you get that one that just pulls back too far, and then you think it's gonna rip your entire skin off.
I hope every time you cut your fingernails, it's just a little too far back. That whenever you do anything, it hurts.
I just said that.
No.
Evan just said your poor mother. Bless you, Shannon. Where do you think they get it from?
We don't get this comedy from her, we get it from her brother.
That's fucked up.
And her dad.
Y'all sound like Sophia spouting Sicilian curses, lol.
I hope every time you go to cut something with a pair of scissors, just the end of them won't cut, so you have to go too far.
That's pretty fucked up. I hope that you can never find that one porno that you want to watch.
That's fucked up. I hope you never become fulfilled in life.
I hope you die unhappy with cancer.
No. He doesn't have to ever die. I just hope he's never fulfilled in life. I hope every time you go to a concert, just like that Marilyn Manson concert we went to.
You
where
hope I
everyone was sitting
never. Well, first off, I will never be fulfilled in life. So joke's on you. I hope something worse on you. I hope you achieve everything you've ever wanted, and then you lose it all.
Hey, this is wrong. Both of you are talking about my life as well, so you can stop. Both of you equally have a piece of my life. Ethan said, if I could wish something upon the person I hate most in the world, it would be for them to only hear the song Dominique on repeat really loud constantly, but only in the left ear. Ethan said, Devin is living the dream. Absolutely. When I was 6 years old, I was like, man, I can't wait till I become an adult and I can sit in a room painting masks and listening to 2 grown-ass adults bicker.
We're not bickering. This is comedy.
Currently. Most of the time it's bickering.
I hope every time you microwave something, it's never hot enough.
I hope every time you microwave
Something is too hot.
it comes out it comes out the wrong consistency. Crunchy things are squishy, squishy things are crunchy.
You're starting to get out of reality at this point.
No, that's real.
Ted said, Devin, you need a little assistant who only assists you. Damn right.
I hope that every pair of
ready?
headphones you own for the rest of your life only has one working side.
I hope every time you turn on a TV, it's just a little too loud or a little too quiet.
I hope that every time you zip your zipper up, your dick gets stuck in it.
This is what I live with.
It's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Constantly. It doesn't end ever.
I'm gonna tell my worst enemy.
Ever. Like, I'll be asleep, and he'll say some dumb shit in his sleep. He'll literally wake me up out of a deep sleep, and he'll roll over in his sleep to tell me some weird, crazy, wacky shit, and I wake up and I'm like, it doesn't end, and then he rolls over and goes back to bed, and then I'm awake the rest of the night.
I hope that you have.
I gotta tell everybody my stories.
I hope that for the rest of your life, you have incredibly great matches in every game you play, and then right at the clutch moment, your Wi-Fi goes out.
Apex Legends.
Shannon said, thanks, Evan. Mana said, jingle bells, jingle bells.
I hope every time you start to make a friend in life, they stop responding to your text messages.
Don't talk about my real life, okay? We didn't say we were bringing in real shit, okay?
Why bring up old shit?
I heard you fart once.
He went,
Aww.
I can't.
I heard you fart once.
Scarecrow said, I hope every time you cut Yoink's nails, they grow back twice as long. I'm assuming he meant your nails, not Yoink's nails.
Who's yoinking? Who's yoinking? Why the fuck am I cutting his nails?
Evan said, somehow that sounds better than this, Mana. Oh, Mana's drunk. I wish. Scarecrow said, you're not Yoinks. Yeah, I assume.
I hope every time you eat fucking a batch of pizza rolls, you bite the first one and it burns the inside of your mouth, so you can't taste the rest.
I hope every time you get a haircut, your hairline goes back just a little bit farther.
That's already happening.
Yes.
I just see
And you can't talk.
Yeah. But that just runs in our family. See, we got comedy, but the hairline's fucked up.
Alright.
You know that receding hairlines comes from the maternal side, right?
You know,
Yeah, that's fine. And we got our comedy from our mother's side, too.
I think it's hilarious. So, fight that.
No.
I hope every time you buy a t-shirt, it's either a little too big or a little too small.
I hope that every time you buy
A t-shirt? I look ugly at it 'cause I thought it out.
no, every time you buy a t-shirt, most of it fits, but one part does not.
I hope
Like the sleeves are just slightly too tight or something.
I hope every time you buy a t-shirt, the neckline is just a little too wide for you.
It's kind of what I just said. That is fucked up.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Nana
right?
said, Evie's
It looks
mom
good.
just said you should skip a Friday and join us.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
I hope that your car starts making a noise and no mechanic can figure out what it is. And it's always
Fine,
slightly
car.
louder than your radio.
That's fucked up. I hope every time you feel like you're about to have a really vague shit, you sit down and it's only a fart.
It's only a fart.
Headwalker said, do you guys ever check out the competition websites to see what new stuff they're creating or to get ideas from?
Competition websites.
Like other people that make costumes? Dude, we ain't got fucking time for that shit.
No, I just make cool shit. I don't need
Yeah.
other people's ideas.
He wakes up at 3 a.m. and calls me and says,
Why are you
Devin,
yelling?
I have a mask idea. And I say,
Why are you yelling?
okay. And then he tells me the mask idea and then I forget everything that he says and then he makes it. That's about how it goes.
I hope the inside of your ears are always slightly too wet.
Oh, I'm gonna stab you. that's the worst.
Listening to their banter is way funnier while drinking. I bet.
I hope the top
I
of
feel
your
like a case of
eyelid
beer in
is
here.
constantly itching, so you have to constantly do this forever.
I'd wear an eye patch and do it, and that'd be a
But no,
pirate.
to answer you, Ted, we don't. He has enough ideas to literally make things forever. So we don't need to look at other people's stuff to know what to make.
It's called schizophrenia.
Yeah. And we literally don't have time for that. We
Wow.
barely have enough time to sleep,
A
let
lot
alone
of people
stalk other
call it a
people.
mental health issue. We call it unlimited imagination.
I'll be back. I gotta take this loser home.
Oh, rude.
This is kind of like that part in, I think it's the 40-Year-Old Virgin, where Paul Rudd and them were playing that game. They keep going, you know how I know you're gay?
No, I'm not sleeping at 3 a.m., but I'm definitely not
I
thinking
hope-
about
I
haunted
hope
house
every time
masks at 3 a.m.
I hope every time
Sometimes.
you watch DVD, right when it gets to the good part, it's got scratch in it.
Yeah. Who the fuck watches DVDs anymore?
Well, it's on Pockets, bro. Come on, ain't no Netflix anymore.
I hope every time you open your internet on your phone, Even though you were positive you closed
Look,
that.
my hair looks like hers right now.
You got a lot of things about porn. You're trying to tell me something?
You watch a lot of porn. Actually, we all think you have a problem, and we want to talk about it.
Intervention.
This isn't an intervention.
Surprise.
Scarecrow said, Justin, make a clown crow.
Clown crow. Scarecrow or a clown crow. Now the ball's in your court.
Ted Walker said, what about when you guys used to go to Transworld? Didn't you guys walk around and see what's new?
Yes, but we weren't making things at that point.
Yeah. And when we go now, we have our own booth, and we'll like walk around.
And there's a difference. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got to understand that in the last year, since we started making our own stuff, it went from, I can't wait, the thought process has went from, I can't wait until Transworld so I can have new things, to, I want new things, I can't wait to make them.
Yeah, so now when we go to Transworld, we know, we don't make fog sense. So when we do walk the trade show floor, we'll look at things and see, I don't know, it's different. The only time that we get to walk the trade show floor is just, a quick, he's always walking it, but he's talking to people and discussing
I think the answer
things.
to the question would be, we also own a haunted house.
Yeah.
And everybody has different ideas in the world. So somebody might think of something or make something that we
Bye,
have not
Ethan.
thought of. So we may buy it.
We never,
haunted house, but we're not just gonna carve and
Yeah,
copy
we never go,
stuff.
hey, that's cool, I'm gonna make that. Because we don't need to, because he's a fucking psychopath. And his ideas are more important anyways. Even if I did look at something and go, hey, that's cool, we should make it. He'll go, no, I'm making this and it's way better.
Usually true.
It's also a few of our items, sure, they might look like someone else's, but how many ways can you make a doctor costume?
Yeah.
How many ways can you make a nurse costume?
No. There we
A
go.
vintage looking nurse costume. So,
I barely walked the Transworld floor last year.
yeah, once we started making stuff, it totally changed the thought process. So, where do we get the motivation to grow and evolve?
He's a psychopath.
It's not motivation, it's mental illness. It's, I don't know, dude, it's a literal, need to do it. It's not, I'm not man, we really need to grow. It's just, I come up with things that I want to do. I can't help. I've explained this previously. I can't help but do it. It's literally it just happens. It just works out that way.
I'll be back.
I'm not consciously saying I need to grow, I need to do this better. I want to have a great haunted house. I want this to be my job, and I want to be able to employ the people who help me and that I enjoy working with. So that's my drive. That's my motivation. I've never wanted to do something as much as I want to do this. That's the line between pro haunters who make it and home haunters who think they want to do this as a job. And it's really not a joke. I mean, I mean it that I can't turn this off. This is all I do is I think about this and I think about Lorraine. And that's all I do. There's only two things. And I'm lucky enough that through the haunted house I get to work with my family, and it's something that we get to do together, because I think that all of us are exceptional. My parents, myself, and my brother we're different than other people. I don't know how to explain it. We just are. We think differently. We do stuff differently. I think that's why we've been able to succeed like we have. I think everything is kind of a perfect kind of a storm that I got all these aspects from different members of my family. I can tell you my love for horror came from my mom's side of the family. Not necessarily my mom, because she's not a huge fan of, at least modern horror. She goes and watches them, but she's not all scary and stuff like us. But my aunts, both my Aunt Amanda and my Aunt Samantha, had an effect on me when I was younger, where for whatever reason, watching scary movies and eating Cheetos was cool. And that's what I do to this day. Anyone who knows me will know that about me. And that led into wanting to do Halloween and haunted houses. And my dad always liked to make Halloween stuff when I was younger. So even before we owned a haunted house, we would have a really cool yard, like a front yard. We would always have props up and skeletons, and he made some headstones just out of wood and stuff like that. And I remember trying to create like a story with like the few props that we have. We would have a fogger out there, so it was creepy and stuff like that. And we would play loud music from our garage, like Halloween kind of music and stuff like that. And we used to go to Fright Fest a lot, and for the longest time, when I was a kid, the world of Halloween events was Fright Fest and Reaper's Realm, which is a haunted house around us that's been around forever. And those were the two kind of Halloween events apart from trick-or-treating. I was also lucky enough to grow up in a neighborhood that was an actual neighborhood. So lots of people. I remember roaming out and being able to trick-or-treat at all these houses just up the whole street. We weren't in an area that had any businesses, so it was all houses, an actual neighborhood. And everyone would trick-or-treat. Everyone would decorate their yards, and it was pretty much a grid, so you could go, my street ran this way, and then every other street ran like off of it, and then there was another street that ran this way on the other side. So you could snake up the whole neighborhood, hit every house, and then come back. So you would get to check out everyone's yards, you would get to check out every house and trick-or-treat and all that stuff and see all these costumes, and all these kids were outside. And I mean, this wasn't that long ago. I'm only 25. So this isn't like it was in like the 70s or something. So that was always a really cool time to me. I don't know why, but we used to always do our school talent shows. My dad used to play music professionally. He was in a band. He played with David Allan Coe, if you know who that is. So he also ran audio and stuff, and worked at clubs and concert halls and for audio companies and stuff like that. So he had a lot of insight to that. He played music. So around our house and stuff, there was always instruments, and we had a drum, like a prop, not like a kid's drum set, like an actual drum set. And he always had guitars. And he was also really into magic. I don't know where that came from, but he was into magic. He liked it. So he knew all these tricks and stuff, and that intrigued me. And then he was also into martial arts. So he would have these like Chinese kind of things, and there's in old like Chinese stuff, there's always this kind of mystery and ancient kind of lore that make them all seem kind of magical. Everything is kind of bright kind of colors and all this stuff. So everything had this sort of creepy mystery and performance element about it. So ever since I can remember, we did these talent shows at my school, and my dad used to actually run the audio, because when we went there the first year, they just had a boom box, and they were playing tracks on a disc to a gymnasium of people to try and have a show, and it sucked. And we were like, well, we're not gonna have that. So my dad would literally bring his audio stuff and run audio and lights and effects for the talent show for the school. We didn't charge them or nothing. And it was all our stuff. So we would come and hook it all up, and then I got to learn about all that, hooking up audio and mixing boards and things of that nature. And then we also always had these large productions that we did for the talent show. Like, other kids would come up and they'd sing whatever song was popular. I never did that. I would come up and I would do a rehearsed performance of a song from Grease with dance moves and props and things. We would do Elvis, and we would have costumes, and we would throw stuff out to the audience, and we would do these large elaborate magic shows. And that was always cool because no one else was doing stuff like that. Every other one was like, this kid comes up and he sings this, and then this kid comes up and he sings this, and then I would come up, and we were doing actual magic, not your kind of, I bought this at a dollar store, it's a plastic cube and it's got these weird things to it. These would be like professional magic tricks that I would do, all choreographed, all kind of taught about. And that's where I learned a lot of tricks, and a lot about misdirection, and a lot about showmanship, stuff like that. And that went on forever. That I did that stuff, and we did everything. We did magic shows. We did Thriller and Rocky Horror, and we did the evolution of dance, and I just dropped a needle in my latex. Got it. But we did evolution of dance and all kinds of stuff. So it was always about putting on a show. And then not just putting on a show, but we were going to make sure that it was the best show that we could put on. Even if that meant we had to bring in our own audio, and we weren't going to let other kids put on a bad show either. So we would come and like instruct these kids on how to make their acts fucking make them better. Because it just felt like the right thing to do. Like, to us, it turned into our production, and we weren't going to let our name and our work, like, we didn't want to chill there. Because I was also in orchestra, and I always hated sitting through these orchestra concerts where, like, we're playing some boring ass music, and it's fucking lame, and like, your parents are out there and they're not enjoying this. Like, no one's enjoying this. They're there to watch you because they paid for you to do it. But like, you suck, and everyone else also sucks, and you're not a professional, so no one's there to see you play a cello half-assed to some music they've never heard of, because they don't like that fucking music. No one does. So we always wanted to do performances that were awesome, and we wanted the people who came to come and be like wowed by what happened. So, and that just kind of carried into haunted houses. We eventually, that's the same attitude we have now. We don't want to just do a haunted house. We've got a style and a flavor. And while we might not have $1 million to buy an animation, well, we've got a whole lot of know-how on how to make a show and how to make sure that the audience says, holy shit, that was a great time, because we've been doing that for so long. And then my mom really instilled the work ethic in me. My dad made me shut up about it because he's worked his whole life and he doesn't talk about it. He just goes to work. Working overtime is just a thing you do. It's not something that you talk about, fucking bitch about, and all this. You just go and do it. And my mom's the one that always was there to hold up the expectation of high achievement for me. So it's, in my life, it's never been okay to be mediocre. It's never, and I won't say to be mediocre, but to not try to be great. Sometimes you don't have the skill it takes, but anything that is based on effort, well, that's on you. Because you have total choice over the amount of effort that you put into something. And of course, you always have people who are like, well, what if you're paralyzed from the neck down and you can't, you're trapped in bed and whatever else. Well, Stephen Hawking couldn't move anything on his body. And he was one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century, 21st century. Millions of dollars, very successful, very respected. There's been hundreds of other people who have overcome adversity and achieved. So don't make excuses about why you can't do great things. Just do them. And don't let other people talk to you about why you can't do them. Don't let other people talk to you about, your haunted house is this, or you ripped this off, or whatever. Because those are fucking haters. Let them hate. Let them talk. Because the very fact that they're talking about you just shows that they're haters. And remember, LeBron James has a lot of haters. But they're talking about him. Everyone talks about, LeBron James will never be Michael Jordan. Oh, he'll never be as good as Michael. But you know what? The fact that you're talking about it and that's the constant comparison says something about LeBron James. Because no one is saying, well, Justin Hill, he's no Michael Jordan. Well, I don't play the sport, so of course I'm not that great.
Hey Justin, whatever happened to the big fan?
It's up in the rules room. I took it up there while we were working on our builds. See, Haunted Hill's a family owned business. Yes, it is. My family owns it. My parents are the actual owners, and I take care of the creative side, making sure that I put in as much effort as I can in any aspect that needs it. So I'm involved in marketing. I'm involved in all of the choices about changing rooms and what's new and stuff like that. I think it's a fair thing to say that I'm the main creative mind behind the company. I'm not the only creative mind, but I'm the main creative mind. There are absolutely a bunch of people in our our family here, the haunted house, that come up with great things. Like our makeup, that's been pretty much completely handed over to Anna. I come up with, this is my idea, this is where I'm kind of thinking, and then Anna comes up with the actual looks. Like Devin, I come up with. Are you done being loud?
What about me?
I was trying to praise you, but you're yelling over me.
Sorry.
With your fucking I'm a scene kid music.
What were you praising me for? Keep
Nope.
talking.
Yeah, too late.
Please?
No, so like Devin, she is in charge of art here at the haunt. So what I do is I come up with a room idea, and I come up with as many things as I can for that room. I come up with, this is what I'm thinking to put on the walls. I think it should be a brick texture, stuff like that, because those choices lead into an overall theme. And then I leave it up to her to make sure that those are realized in an effective way. And then to come up with minor details. We work in a team, so it's not totally on her because since we work in so much detail, it gets easy to forget things.
Absolutely.
Such as, if I'm trying to come up with everything, I'm thinking, okay, we need our bricks. Like right now, I'm working on adding these kind of beams everywhere throughout our haunt to create a simulated kind of roof. Well, if I'm spending all my time kind of thinking about how I'm going to do that and whatever, then I may not remember that we need to add conduit or plumbing pipes or light switches and things like that in various places. As far as directing art, she's also in charge of carrying out the actual process of distressing rooms or making sure that we have a crew doing it.
Is it sad that when you said that, I immediately thought... I was like, wait, that's not how that works.
Well, that's for costumes.
Rain is in costume, currently.
So, she's in charge of things like that, of that nature. So.
And then whenever anything else needs done and it's not getting done, Devin says, okay, I do, clean or...
Well, that's just how the company works, because, yes, that's your job, but other people have jobs too. But if the costume chicks can't show up on a night, that doesn't mean we don't have costumes. If my guy who's supposed to clean... Yeah. If my guy who's supposed to clean the bathrooms isn't here, that doesn't mean the bathrooms don't get cleaned. The job still has to get done. So that's a great thing about our family here, is that we're all willing to do the job, whatever it could be. I may have to act in a room one night because we don't have an actor there.
Yeah.
I may have to act in a checkpoint. I may have to play in the rules room because I don't have another actor to relieve my guy in there. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to make sure that he has that break so that he can keep rocking all night long. Some advice about that I got from John LaFlamboy, who has been a great mentor to me throughout the years, is with haunted houses, you just have to keep digging the trench, keep showing up, you keep going when things are bleak. I mean, weeks ago when we were at a point where we said, we are likely not having a haunted house in October because we are going to tear down everything in this building and move it into a storage place. The conversation was not, oh, woe is me, what are we going to do? It was, what's next? What's our next move? How do we grow from this? How do we turn this extremely negative experience into a positive? And for us, it was, we're going to take this opportunity because we don't want to treat it as someone knocked us back. We want to treat it as we're taking a tactical retreat to regroup and rebuild and attack again. So, what's up, man? So, with us, it's always you dig that trench. Now, the other part that John told me was if I'm expecting my crew to dig that trench and to be the best, I better be the fastest one digging. Which is why I'm here every day. Because I can't expect other people to be here every day if I'm not going to show up. Which is why as many people as I can have in costume every night, if you're a manager, I want you in costume. There's very few people, like less than 10, who work here on any night who are not in a costume. Because I'm asking between 80 and 120 or more actors every night to be in a costume. To be hot and uncomfortable and screaming their head off and doing all this stuff all night long to audience, I better be right there with you doing the same thing. And I better be doing it harder than you are. And then challenging you to be on my level. Yeah, that looks good. And that drive, one second, I need to take this out here so I can drive. You should use a staple gun, hot glue won't hold it up.
You want us to put the plywood on?
Yes, I want you to actually put the plywood on the wall. Now, I also want you to make sure that it's straight on the wall.
I have to go take a picture of the ghost shrimp and send them to Anna real quick because I sent her a picture of the bag earlier and she doesn't believe me that the fish aren't not real.
Okay.
Because she didn't see them. So I need to send her a picture.
On the ghost shrimp!
These can go back up. This is just when I was mad because they were dead nuts.
I learned something today that is going to be helpful.
Wiener's not in any, but you're actually
Right there. See, I ain't dead.
Funny. Wait.
I didn't even see you.
Dude! What are the fucking odds? There was a dead mouse. There was a dead mouse in a trap earlier. I don't know if I got to experience that at all, but Jacob found the trap with the dead mouse, and I do not like dead animals because I love animals. And he said, like the DJ or something, and I said, yeah, haha. And then I went, hey, look, I'm literally wearing a dead mouse shirt. What are the chances that there would be a dead mouse? And I'm gonna leave now.
Now we know what shirt you're
Stop,
here anymore.
Devin. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be wearing the dead mouse shirt if I don't expect dead mouse. Die.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find out how to do that. But
No problem, Scarecrow. Yeah, I am passionate about this stuff, so I tend to go on when you ask me a question about it. But you'll get your question answered. Plus some.
yeah, so I figure if we can make that happen, then that'll help with our spending. And I learned also, I need to read more on it, but stuff with like Roku, where we can put commercials on there.
What is Roku?
That's that.
Master
Like,
Roku?
the like internet TV. And get a Roku.
Never heard of it. Alright, Chris, this is ready for the snap.
Bless you.
Put that on there, you can, or just make a hole in the side, preferably something small. And then just run the cord through it.
One of my knees, when the kid. Oh, yeah.
You weren't just down at the
Speedway, yeah, we were.
That's the one I was like,
No, that was on the, book of,
Yeah, he lives on the street. He pulled the fine. How much he said there.
Okay, so next I need to do.
I said, how much you said?
From what point?
When I touched the hammer.
Oh. Look, I found one of the condoms on the wall. It's pretty cool. And then I took it off and John picked up the hammer. He's like, hey, this one's blue. I'm like, hey, can you use that? Ah.
It is hot in here today. It's only gonna get worse. Quarter skin mask. Let's face this guy out.
This is my ass.
Bro, you're dead. What are you gonna do about it, bro? You didn't even have a chance. I killed Jose.
Hey, is all that plywood up? So what the fuck we doing?
Mandatory 15-minute break.
Mandatory? Not after an hour of work.
He's your dad's son.
No, he's not. I'll talk to him just like my dad. Get your punk ass back to work.
Oh, look at him. His name's Red Rocket. We need to name all of the shrimps now.
Name one of them Ghost and the other one's Goose.
There we go. Now they're
Yeah,
named.
Phantom, that's what it is.
Phantom Golden Goose. Nope.
Phantom, Goal, and Goose.
Well, that's their names now.
Phantom, Goal, and Goose.
Fantastic. I found a TikTok that we can do together, Justin. Alphamel and Jack.
Yeah.
Yep.
How'd you like the one that I sent you earlier? Scary, right?
You can do it. Look.
What is this about? What's the music?
It's just them saying, go, 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 go.
That's odd.
Do we have elastic?
Ugh. Oh, fan time. Fan
Yes.
time. Fan time. Blech. Blech.
It's in the plastic box with all the eyes and stuff.
those apples are ready for you to pen.
Okay.
Well, they will be on the next step.
Did you like my answer earlier? Hey, Devin, that mask needs to get done. Devin,
Now, Pee-Pee Herman.
mask.
I know I'm doing it, dude. I have to get rid of the fucking goddamn paint fumes, or else I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
It's gone. You can leave that on. It's hot as shit in here.
Oh, I thought you didn't want it on.
No, you can leave it on. But screaming into that does not help get rid of the paint fumes.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Goodbye, paint fumes! Be gone from this mega room! I'm working on it, okay?
Working on it. You're screaming to a fan. That's not working on it.
Hi. My hair's up because it was too much. I'm too much.
When you did that last digitization of the patch, how did you do it? So we don't have to pay $35 to have the patch digitized.
Digitized pet. What are you talking about?
Shannon said you did that. You figured out some way to like digitize and image, like so you can have find the thread count.
Yeah, it was an app.
You know what the app is.
Hey, Amanda, if you're still watching, you did not finish this. You did almost a great job, but you forgot to come down on the cheek.
I just like Googled
This will
free-
be waiting for you.
I mean,
You
if
did
told
do
me,
the
I
eyebrow, though.
probably
Props
tell
for
you
that.
right or wrong, but
Because we're trying to do those dog catcher patches, but they want to like digitize it, but I would prefer not to spend $35.
yeah, no, it was definitely not an easy process, but it was just like a free app.
Remember kind of what you looked up for it.
Red,
Keywords.
it's like digitize our app. Exactly what you told me. I googled.
Is that maximum security 2X? I took that home last night, right?
I think that was an extra large. Maximum security 2X is still getting made at home.
What's the word then?
I don't know. I think if you're watching, Shannon, is the 2X the one that's still at the house?
Look like embroidery beaver.
That sounds great.
They have an image of the Hulk.
It was a computer.
Yeah.
It was on the computer. It wasn't
I
like,
just find it amusing that they have a. I'm going to embroider the Hulk.
yeah, no, it was on, I don't think it was like maybe it was. It was on the computer, it was on a desktop, so I don't know if you can get it on your phone, but. I mean, I'm sure any free app could do it, probably. I don't know. Let me go back to comments. Sorry if I'm like ignoring you guys. I'm trying to get work done. Slave driver. Can you wipe your front camera off, please? It's blurry. Or my eyes are blurry. I probably need glasses. I haven't gotten my eyes checked in like probably like 12 years. I had 20/20 vision. Get it? Because it's 20/20. Hey Devin, you had costume paint on a few days ago, right? Oh, yeah. I made TikTok video. I made TikTok video. When I had my Alchemilla makeup on, is that what you're talking about? Are you asking if I did a promotional shoot? I did the TikTok video and we took a few pictures. I always like to take at least a couple pictures. I like to take as many pictures as I can when I'm in makeup because it's not fun to get, especially out of season because my face
Took you
is
like 5 hours.
to get makeup on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Anna literally hadn't touched an airbrush in.
I'm just saying, it took Jim Carrey 8 hours to get the Grinch makeup on. It took you 5 hours to get Alchemilla on.
Okay,
And
we
I'm
also
sorry.
had to go back to the house to get the light, come back, and then finish my makeup.
It was also you and Anna, which is a problem in and of itself.
Yes, but Anna also had not touched an airbrush in literally like 5-6 months.
You can say that, but there is no way to get around the random dance breaks.
For sure, but those aren't hour-long dance breaks.
No, but after 8 of them that are all 7 minutes long,
Maybe half an hour.
8 times 7 is not half an hour.
45 minutes.
I don't think 8 times 7 is 45 either. Pretty sure it's
It's somewhere
56.
around there. I don't know.
Almost
An hour. Okay, 1 hour out of the 5 was us fucking around because we hadn't seen each other in a very long time.
We didn't see each other for a few days.
Yeah, but not for that amount of time. We briefly saw each other.
She was coming up here.
What? charging away from the love of your life at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it?
11:03, not almost midnight. I lied to you. You guys want to see this? I guess that's the whole reason why I have a camera.
You also,
So if you guys
Literally.
come to the stream on Sunday, hopefully we'll be able to do some streaming of our makeup day. That would be fun for you guys to see us do makeup and
Probably not.
why.
Because you guys are going to have the music on, or there's going to be music playing over there.
What if we go live on Facebook? Wrong profession.
I guess you can.
What?
Yeah, I guess you can.
So Sunday, if you want to come on out, I'll probably go live on HHT Facebook page.
What is the line on HHH for that?
HHH?
Yeah. Doesn't have anything to do with HHP.
Oh yeah, I guess they would.
We go live on HHP and share it to HHP. That way it's on my page.
Yeah, but why would our
The makeup class or promotional stuff for HHH.
I mean, I didn't know if we wanted to keep the professional vibe of, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Other haunted houses do stuff like that. A lot of times they do more like just videos. They're not do like a live.
You might be
Dark
right.
Hours done it.
That's the thing. HHH, like, people on there are fans. They're not going to come, like, hang out and talk with us and ask us about, like, our makeup and stuff.
Maybe I'll take it and I'll turn it into content. So I can
Yeah.
upload it to
Some,
YouTube.
something.
Yeah, AUP something.
I mean, HHP is the behind the scenes of the haunted house.
Sure.
We want to take down that curtain, that two curtains off of the training room and then the bathroom. But we need to at least take the curtain one
Can you
down
help me
and
for
put
a
it back.
second? Just hold this. Hold
Because
it up. That line, 1%.
otherwise that board's not going to put on there.
How's that look? Shannon said yes. What did I ask her about? Yeah.
What about if it's done?
We've at the house. Oh, me pulling the thing out of my nose? Yes, that was TikTok for promotional stuff for the haunted house. I figured why not go down that route for advertisement. I mean, even if it just gets our name out there and people think it's a cool video. We have like 10,000, almost 10,000 views on it right now. So people can at least look at it and be like, oh, Haunted Hills Hospital, and like get the name. That would make me happy. And then we can take the TikToks and post them on our personal Facebook on Haunted Hills Hospital and have content constantly going out. The way that social media works, the more active you are in posting and the more people are engaging in your posts, commenting, liking, sharing, stuff like that. the more it will pop up on people's feeds. So if we post let's say we post something once a week, if people aren't engaging with the content, Facebook is less likely to put our stuff in people's news feeds. Same thing with any social media platform. That's the basics of how it works. Same thing with YouTube. This is why we ask for like likes and comments and stuff on our videos. Because the more people interact with it, the more YouTube and Facebook and Instagram are gonna go, hey, people like this, we should show it to more people. So even if when people see our pictures and videos on social media and they don't go like, hey, that's a cool haunted house, I want to go there, like that's not the necessary reaction that I'm looking for. It's more or less for people to want to comment, want to like, want to share, because if they comment, like, and share the cool stuff, that's not necessarily maybe like, look at our cool haunted house, but it's just like a cool picture of Alchemilla or a cool video of Jax or whatever, and people like it and share it. Then when we actually start posting like promotional stuff, like our dates and when we're going to be opening and our promotional videos for the actual haunted house, then that'll show up in more people's news feeds. Does that make sense at all? Social media is not easy. Like, people that will comment on, like, let's say specifically girls that get money, they make money off of social media, whether it's makeup or lifestyle pictures or videos or whatever it is, and people go, that's not fair, they just get to film their lives and post it and make money off of it. It's not. From someone that has a personal Instagram who is trying to build it up, not easy. It takes very consistent posting of very precise things. Instagram's not easy. Instagram's definitely a lot harder than Facebook. Facebook, you can just kind of go, look at this cool thing, and then it gets likes. And then it goes, yay, everybody look at it. But Instagram, your feed has to look good. Your pictures have to be of high quality. It can't just look cool. It has to really stand out.
Yeah, I think that's something that people don't realize about social media. Like, I know with us, we definitely thought it was just, we'll get a Facebook and then we'll promote and it'll be easy. And it's really not that. I mean, you have to know there's a lot of research.
You have to know who your market is.
There's whole conferences that happen about, and whole internet classes about promoting on social media. And what's important is the internet and instant access to things. It's not like it was in the 90s.
Or even the early 2000s, even mid to late 2010.
With pop culture, it changes so like, who's still talking about the Tiger King? And that was 2 months ago.
Right.
And now that seems old.
Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake is fucking years old though. That was when I was in high school. But
so like, take anything that was big, you have to be very accurate about what you're posting and precise and timely. You have to get on the trends, you have to get on the music, you have to get on the look of that specific moment, and you also you almost have to predict what is going to be the next trend. So you see one video get posted and it blows up. You go, okay, what in that video made it blow up? And then you take that and then you make your own video with it, and then that hopefully blows up. Which is what the Alchemilla video with the nail, I don't know if you actually saw it, but what I did with that was basically take a thumbnail of, okay, that's cool makeup, or I don't want to sound absorbed, but like, she's pretty, like, what is this? And then you're like, oh, she has a nail in her hand. And then you're like, oh, she sticks it in her nose. Okay, that gets people's attention. That's a very shock factor type of video. This weekend we're going to be making more of a trendy types of videos where we're going to be taking music and doing like the trending dances on TikTok and like the trending different like acting, whatever. I don't really know what you would call it, but where it's like the pre-recorded sounds and then you just put your own video to it. We're going to try that out and see how well that goes, because there's not a lot. Unfortunately, the haunted house industry also makes it even more difficult because there's not a lot out there to compare yourself to. Any of the haunted house stuff, there's going to be a lot of solo actors and actresses at home doing stuff. So, like, I can't go on some big haunted house TikTok and be like, this is what they're doing, this is what we should do to get views like they're getting. Anybody that is in the haunt industry that's making TikToks currently, it's all people's personal pages, and that's not what we're aiming for our TikTok. More of a commercial, like, it's not just one person, it's like the haunted house. It's hard, it's difficult, it's not easy. It's fun, it pays off. It's definitely cool to have tons of people commenting and being like, yeah, that's cool, or sick makeup, you know, it's a huge booster for Anna, and helps her know that she's going in the right direction for her makeup. But also, we can post that to our Facebook, and people will like and share and comment, and then they'll be able to see our promotional dates when we start posting those. Does any of this make sense? Am I making sense at all? I have no idea what I'm saying. It's just word vomit all the time. Is this even interesting? Does anybody care about this? I don't even know if you guys like have haunted houses that you're promoting or personal. I mean, it really transfers over to any. I also run. I run 4 different social media sites or accounts. I run my Alchemilla page, which is still super new. I haven't been able to do much with because we haven't started taking promotional videos here yet. I'm an equestrian. I've been riding horses my whole life, and I've been working at the same barn, feeding and riding horses for about 6 years now. I run their social media account. It's different, obviously. I'm not posting spooky things. I'm posting horses and, you know, like farm stuff and riding lesson stuff. But it's the same type of, you can, you know, get pictures that maybe look good so you can get attention, and then you can start posting pictures of like, hey, this is what we offer. And then I run the Haunted Hills Productions social media on both Instagram and Facebook, and then I run my own personal. So it's not just pertaining to haunted house businesses per se, but it can pertain to other social media accounts as well, for getting your own personal name out there, or whatever business that you're trying to promote. Good night, Scarecrow. Sorry if I'm late to saying good night. If anything that I'm saying doesn't make sense, or if it's not applicable, please tell me. I will not be offended or upset or hurt. I don't know what I'm doing, ever. At any point. It's all fake. All of it's fake. All of the confidence is not real. Pretend. Pretend land. How does he look? Spooky? I need to add eye drops. What brand new things do I want to create? You mean for like the haunted house? Or the production company? Or just in general? 'Cause, 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 talking about the haunted house, I've always wanted to make a water room where it looks like it's underwater, but it's not. So like the cloth is like suspended in air and like things are maybe just floating in the room. That's all like zero gravity, but like water. So it's all like kind of a gray, like bluish gray scale. I don't know. I had a dream about it once. And I thought it was super cool, and I thought it would make a super cool haunted house.
Do you hear the water room channel off this video? You've been to Universal?
I've been to Universal, yes.
So there's like a walk-through ride. You're like in a like an Egyptian tomb or whatever.
What ride is it?
Guidance or something like that. Anyways, there's a point where a wall opens up and they have a water vortex. When we were down there for the back party, so I said we were going to go in there. Shannon's like, oh, there's something in there you guys are going to have to build. You have to figure out how to do it. And so it's literally high pressure water going around into a big water. Yeah. You have to have thousands of gallons. Yeah, money and thousands of gallons of water.
Good for sure. General Cassell. I don't know, you'd probably do like drowned victims. That's something that Anna has always wanted to do also for makeup. Like very gray scale, bright blue popping veins, whiteout contacts, very grayscale blue, so like dresses, like wet slicked back, like hair where it looks wet, or maybe it's actually wet, probably gel or coconut oil to give it that effect. But make it scary just like any other room. I mean, you'd have to have your certain scare boxes or triggered effects or whatever it is that you're going to make it scary. But it would also be very quiet. I'm imagining a very like boxed in, quiet room. Stuff to sell, that's not really me. I'm not very, that's why I'm not creative director, I'm art director. Justin comes up with the ideas and then I just make them happen. My brain is so busy all the time, I really never get ideas. I don't know. My brain is similar to his in the sense that I'm very passionate. Like, whatever it is that I'm doing in life, it's all or nothing. Like, if this is the path that I decided to choose, like, I'm putting my everything in that path and it's going to happen. Like, when it was equestrian stuff, like, I'm still fairly involved in that stuff, but this has become my main focus. Like, I was going to the barn every day, 16 hours a day, working from sunrise to sunset, riding every horse that I possibly could, and it ended up working out. I went to regionals and did very well and got lots of experiences, but our minds work the same, where, like, there's that one thing that says, just keep doing it. Everything that you have, just put in that thing, and then take it as far as you possibly can until you die. But where we differ is that his brain just goes, ideas, 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 and mine is just kind of a jumbled mess. And then I can take that jumbled mess and see something and go, I can make that happen maybe, and then I can paint it or draw it or whatever. But I can't really.
What are you working on right now?
I'm not very good at going, that would be cool to make and sell. He can say, he'll say, it would be cool to make this, what do you think? And I'd say, yeah, we could do this and paint it this color. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Again, rambling. Don't know what I'm saying. To answer your question, basically, no, I don't really ever sit and go, man, we should really make a clown mallet. I don't know, I don't think a single one of our items was me going, hey, we should start making this. That's just not what I do. It's not dripping, it's making me angry. My brain's able to say, like, if things are a good or a bad idea. Like, Justin can say, I want to do this, and I say, that's probably not going to work. I mean, he always proves me wrong in the end, but... Justin's also, I think, is a magician from another dimension, so... That's a whole nother... Sorry it's so loud in here. That's better. I don't know if you guys can even hear that, but it annoys me. Billy, doing dishes. Good job for adulting. Proud of you. So you guys need to see that. It'll dry better. If you had to come up with a good clown room idea, what you got? Clown room for me,
Can I talk to you just real quick?
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hold that thought. Put a pin in it. Yeah, you guys can watch Mr. Scary Man in Hamilton. Anyways, so my ideal clown room is kind of what we have, and that's what we had at the last haunted house I worked at. Is I don't like colorful, bouncy clowns. I don't like. It's hard. I like dark, more aggressive, like lurking in the shadows type clowns. Hard to explain. Like greaser style. I very much like black and white clowns. I like bloody clowns. Clown room. Personally, I love strobe effects. Justin does not, because it's not like a natural thing that you would experience in like an insane asylum or a hospital. But I very much like industrial, even if it's not like a flash, like a fast strobe. I even like slow strobes. Really any speed. I really like using lighting like that, especially with clowns. I also very much like the idea of, I like monotone clowns. Yeah. I like the idea of when the lights go out, which is actually what we're doing in one of our new rooms. When the lights go out, there's a black light on, and you can see the writing on the walls with the black light. I like that. I've always liked that idea for a clown room. I like slower paced clown rooms. Our clown room is more of a faster, super aggressive, like there's a million clowns in there. I like the idea of like there's one or two very monstrous clowns, and there's maybe a strobe effect so they can kind of work with the lighting and move around the room so you don't know where they're at. I like industrial, like maybe like cages where the clowns are in it. Kind of like maybe animal cages. There was like maybe prison bars. I don't know. See, I'm not very. Justin can literally go, here, this is an entire room that I have designed in my head. I just thought about it the last 10 minutes that I was sitting here. But I can only take like little ideas and kind of piece it together. Do you work outside Haunted Hills? Yes. So I was working at Coach, like purse store, Coach Purses. We have an outlet mall around here, and I worked. It's funny. I actually met the store manager at Coach at our local store. I met him through my last haunted house that I worked at, and he said, "Hey, you want to come pick up some Black Friday shifts?" This was years ago when I was working at the other haunted house. I said, "Yeah, sure." And I went, and it was a super cool crew. Like, I thought, yeah, Coach, like it's gonna be a bunch of stuck up, like ritzy people. Like I'm not gonna get along with any of them, and they were all actually super cool, super low key. There were a few people my age. It was a really nice environment to be in. Before that, I had worked at like a pet shop store. Just as a cashier. That's how I work. That's what I do at the Coach store. I'm a cashier mostly. I also sell purses sometimes. But yeah, I've never really had like a long-term job. The longest like real job that I've had, I worked for Crown, our makeup brush sponsor. I worked in the warehouse, so I was moving pallets with forklifts and organizing brushes and making sure orders were going out. And, I'd go do trade shows, like we have haunted house trade shows. I'd go do that with like the makeup companies. Like we'd be there with Conair, and like Pantene and all the fancy makeup brands. They'd be all, and we'd have our own little brush area. So I got to travel and go to like Texas, and we had some in Chicago, Florida, New York. I didn't get to go to the New York one, but that I had that job for maybe 7 or 8 months. I loved it there. It was fun being able to work with makeup all the time, but and I worked. I've always been working at my barn. My whole life I've always had at least part-time where I'm feeding horses because that's my passion is animals. So ants, go away, please. But yeah, that's what I'm currently doing now with the country shut down. Coach is not open yet. Even though our malls are open and like our stores are opening, Coach's headquarters is in New York, and New York's still not open. So I unfortunately am unemployed currently. I work like super minimal hours feeding the horses because I'm here so much. But currently my only other job is feeding the horses. I am raking in that sweet unemployment though, so making more than my poor sweet boyfriend that's working his ass off at the prison dealing with criminals every day. I'm doing this. Technically, I could be at home sitting on my ass doing nothing instead of getting money, but here we are. I'm a psychopath. I like slow. I like natural strobes, where it's maybe just like a flickering light, but it does go completely out. I really like working with lights, being able to kind of disappear and people not know where you are.
Hey, how much are those neon tetras?
Neon tetras, not very expensive, like the school fish.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are both good.
Yeah, I think so.
Not very expensive.
So we should get some.
Okay.
How many shrimp did you put in there? 2? I only find 2.
They're hard to find.
I found 2.
They're invisible.
Yeah.
Ghost shrimp.
It's just hard because the beta might eat the tetras. Or the tetras might.
Said they won't.
And the tetras might pick at the fins. First off, we would have to wait for the beta to get just a little bigger because it's still a juvenile, and we need to get more.
I just
hiding.
think it'll just make the tank cooler.
Yeah, I agree.
He likes that pump thing. Just swimming all fucking around it.
Yeah, I also put the heater.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, with the water being warmer.
Whatever that little vibrator looking thing was that's stuck to the side of the bottom.
That's the heater. I told you it was cold. We need to get a
Digging
little
that.
blankie.
Swinging all around it. Alright, well, I'm getting ready to head out of here.
Why?
Heading to Chapin for a bit. I'm heading home. What time is it? Gotta go on 12.
That's 11:30.
So I'm gonna.
How much longer are they?
So it's, you want me? I don't know.
Who's in charge of them? Like,
Still in favor. I don't know how long he's gonna stay here, but Josh is over there too. They're just from pilot up the wall.
I just don't want to stay here that much longer. I just want to make sure that they're not.
You can also leave them here. I mean, they know how to lock the fucking door and leave out the back. So, I mean, it's not like we haven't left them here before. It's Krish, Josh, and Jose. I mean, they're all responsible.
Real quick, circus clowns. Not a fan just because they're very unoriginal, and I think they're very overdone in my process.
Anyway, guys, we're getting ready to head out of here for the night. Thank you guys for tuning
Thanks
in.
for listening to me ranting for like 15 minutes about things that I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're making progress on a lot of stuff here. A few new things are coming to a close, so those are going to be really cool. I will see you guys tomorrow night around the same time. We're going to be doing our build tomorrow during the day, HHP in the evening. So I'll see you guys then. Make sure you watch for our vlogs. I've got 2 of them in the can, ready to edit and upload. So those are going to be coming. See you guys tomorrow. I'm just now tuning out. That's my crew. This lady, she's also our crew.
Hi.
I was pointing to that lady, but you too. You stay scary.